No, I'm a good
Just
kitty.
saying.
I'm a good kitty.
He's
Well,
been behaving himself, I will say
Mm.
that.
For now. So does that mean we have to redo?
So we were completed oh,
Yeah.
fuck.
What the fuck? And now it's working. I only just clicked properties. And now it's working.
Well, just
Wait.
in case, we're sponsored by Roll20. We're sponsored by Valda's
Spire of Secrets.
Spire of Secrets, and we have Karu, Matt, Pi, Sho, and me, Zio, and our fantastic DM Sam.
Sorry
we're
for
done.
that, guys. It's been a while since we streamed, and I forgot
Yeah.
to check volumes. I was like, I'd better make sure that the Discord is like hitting the right high, and like I went to check the audio mixer and was like none, and I'm like, what's going on here? The answer
Oops.
is I must have when I switched I switched my headset because I had to get a replacement. I think OBS just went headset. Who's this?
You.
Yeah. So, anyways, check out Valda's Spire of Secrets. There's 3 days left in the Kickstarter. Go get it now. It's in order.
Yes, and check out Roll20, which is what we use for this game. So that's a good thing because now you can sort of see it in action, kind of. Anyway. So it has been a really, really long time since we've played. Life gets in the way. It stops us from being able to enjoy our every 2 week wonderful D&D game. And so we have been out of commission now for a few weeks, let's just say a few weeks. So the question is, what do you all remember about the last couple of sessions?
There's mommy issues.
I guess, and maybe daddy issues too somewhere along the line, but I'm hoping not to get into that in this campaign.
Daddy.
Based on what we saw on Mommy, that was enough.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We also rescued Tiny Child.
Mhm.
And we now have to
His
figure
whole
out what to do with
entire
him.
tribe is dead.
Oopsie.
Yep. Killed by
Zig
who?
got a new axe.
By mommy.
I found my notes.
Oh, what do they say? Shit went down. Things went sideways.
Ice troll
You had said
hearts
who
are
dis.
useful, but at what cost? Oryx ate one.
Oh yeah.
Very
I
tasty.
mean, you're not wrong.
Steal the Codicil of White, the White Book, and the Professor Orb, a crystal orb. I guess that's what we have to do. Told the party, aka Ember, about my noble lineage.
As everyone else already had figured it out.
Yeah. Bitter told us
been
he's not
told.
always been bear tribe. He was tiger tribe. His mother wanted to sacrifice him, so she is a chosen of Auril. We might meet her or her followers on the Sea of Moving Ice. Bjornhild, Solvig's daughter. And then we were ambushed by Bjornhild when going to save Aegir. We managed to win, but Frostmaiden came to collect her, so we fled with her great axe, Sig attuned to it. We ran back south for tree cover and began a long rest in a tiny hut at 10 p.m. on midwinter.
Thank fuck we're beginning a long rest. Oof.
So yeah, I that's probably why I included that in my notes. Important to know what was the last thing we did in the session. I even had the date. So that was my notes for last session, which was apparently in July.
What was
Oh,
the date
God.
of the last one?
July 11th.
No, not that kind of date. In
Oh,
midwinter.
midwinter.
Still
Oh,
it's still
right.
midwinter.
It is still
10 p.m.
midwinter.
It's 10 p.m. on midwinter, so we've got 2 hours left.
Yep.
I need to
And we
open
had
up my...
and we had agreed to go with Velen to the basically Oral's stronghold and somewhere in the Sea of Moving Ice to help her find like the Codex of White and the Professor Orb, because she
Yep.
she needs those to. I think she told us she needs those to
To
get
find
into
the floating blah
find the
blah.
floating city or something like that, or either find it or reactivate it or something like that.
Or both.
It's because that is our sanctioned mischief.
Well, now we have to find a babysitter.
Yeah.
Isn't that you?
We had two options.
No.
One was to find another tribe to let them take care of the kid. Or we go to the halflings in Lonelywood and let them take care of the kid.
At least until we come back, and then we can, of course, get the kid to a tribe.
It would be faster
But-
if we take them to the halflings. Problem is he's a oral baby,
Shows
so
them.
could bring the halflings issues.
He's an oral baby.
Yes.
Just
Please
like-
don't call him that.
Just like
Yeah,
Sig.
please phrasing. That's awful. Yeah.
He's a baby born on Oral Day.
Oh God.
I mean, so am I. But crap. I'm an Earl grandbaby.
Not sure that's how it works, but whatever.
I mean,
Please just stop talking.
all right, Aunt Sig.
Oh no.
Oh
This
no.
will. So right now, I moved you over to the map, so I don't know if it popped you over there or not.
Still loading, but yes.
Yeah,
Mhm.
I was just going to remind you of a few locations that are of import or what have you. So let me know when you have your map up.
I got mine.
Yep.
Okay. So you left this area down here where Lonelywood is, which is right here. Lonelywood's right here.
Are you on the right layer?
Yeah, he is.
Yeah, he's pinging.
I am.
Oh, weird, because I don't see it.
It's a big map. Zoom out.
Yeah.
Yeah, I did. Okay.
It's by Lonelywood.
Anyway, you came sort of you went sort of north and then you went to the left here to the west, right? And where you found the big herd, right? That was around here, right? Okay. And then you left there and you were somewhere out here, and that's when you stumbled across the massacred
Mm-hmm.
wolf tribe.
Didn't
Right.
we wind up going back into the wood?
Yeah,
as
we
You
were
went
heading
back into
back.
the
Because of
woods
Auril?
because at the end of the battle with Bitter's mommy,
Please don't call her that.
you did earlier.
Yeah, no,
Um,
whatever.
With the suspected yeah, anyway, with Bitter's issue here, with that occurring, you also then saw Auril fly over because it is midwinter and Auril is extremely active. You also saw the rock land and investigate. So you didn't stick around to see what was happening on the rock or near the rock or after the rock landed or anything. You took off like the wind and you went back into the trees down here to end up resting. When Velen told you that you need to take the bell to summon your transportation to Aural's Isle, Velen told you that that location is somewhere around here. It's either like here, or it's over here, or it's over here. It's somewhere on the edge here of the edge of the earth, as it were, as it falls into the sea of moving ice. So you're quite far now from that location, but you do have an idea of where it is if you, after resting for the night, choose to go out into the tundra. Right now, it is 10 p.m. on midwinter, and you're about to take a long rest.
Mm-hmm.
So the question is there anything you would like to do before you take your long rest?
Try not to eat my mic because someone's pushing it into my mouth.
I could make a hut.
Please and
You did
thank-
make a hut.
Yeah, I thought you did.
Yeah, you had made a
Okay.
hut.
Yeah. We are in the hut.
Yeah.
Honestly, I just want to sleep.
Sleep is good.
Yeah.
Sleep would be really good
Yeah.
right now.
We should probably have someone on watch, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who's not dead.
I can do the first watch. You guys get some sleep. Who am I waking up?
I'll do second. I mean, I still have the whole regeneration thing going, but by the time I would be up for a second watch, I should be back at full health.
Okay. And who's third?
I could do third.
Okay. So I'll take first watch. Oryx will take second. Ember will take third.
I still have an exhaustion level, so I'd like to sleep. Ideally, very comfy, so that I can stop having nightmares.
Well, at least you're in a warm place right now.
For now.
Okay, so Sig, Oryx, and Ember. So that means that Addie and Bitter, you're not taking a watch.
Correct.
Nope.
Okay, so Addie, I need a Constitution saving throw from you.
Go Karu, go Karu, go Karu. You can do it, you can do it, you can do it. Come on. Break the curse.
Constitution saving throw?
Yes, please.
Okay. At least I
She's
don't have
fucked.
disadvantage on those.
Break the curse. Break the curse.
Why did you
Well,
why did you say yet?
Bitter, I need a
Fuck. I knew this was coming.
that won't help you here.
I know it won't, and I don't.
it's always a good sign when the DM goes, "I need a," and then pauses.
Oh.
Yep.
I'm trying to think
Goes
what
to
would
look at book.
what makes this most sense.
I'm in danger.
I've been in danger, and I
I need
this.
a charisma persuasion check from you.
Persuade. Okay. 13.
So, Bitter, while you're trying to sleep,
Mhm.
you keep having vague visions.
Okay.
And the visions are filled with glaciers and creatures entombed in ice, things trapped in ice blocks. And then the visions sort of morph into sort of, it's difficult to describe, but if you were to wake up and describe it to the rest of the group, you would probably say faceless individuals carving the forms out of the blocks of ice and carving them into these beautiful ice sculptures. But when the person was done carving the ice sculpture, they, in your dreams, visions, whatever this is, they start to, it looks to you like, cast a spell as if they're going to animate the statue.
Oh no.
And you spend your entire evening trying to persuade these dream people to not awaken the ice sculptures. So what I need you to tell me is 3 reasons why you don't want them to awaken the ice sculptures.
Well, do I have any more information on what they look like? Are they people I'd know, or things that I'd
The-
recognize.
The people carving or the things in the
The
ice?
the things, I mean, both. But
The people carving are faceless. They just look
Mhm.
like humanoid shaped
okay,
individuals in sort of
all right.
robes, and the things in the ice look like, roll a history check.
Oh God. 14. I'm going up slowly.
They at first the things in the ice look like people that you know, people from your past, friends, relatives, people that you kind of trusted or maybe thought might be trustworthy, including the current party. But when they start sculpting these things, they don't sculpt the people that are trapped in the ice. They actually sculpt things like um let me find my they actually sculpt
I don't like this at all.
they actually sculpt let me just make sure I tell you the right thing. I don't want to tell you the wrong thing.
Don't
Um
like this.
where is it? I just literally looked at it right before. They end up looking like bears, elk, saber-toothed tigers, wolves, that's familiar to you. But then yeti, big multi-legged creatures,
Wait, the
dragons,
things that I've seen, but
dragons, and then like woolly mammoths.
that sounds like things that shouldn't at least some of them things that shouldn't exist anymore. Multi-legged creatures, woolly mammoths, that kind of stuff. But so is it? I still don't understand exactly with them. Like they looked like people that I knew, but they actually were in fact those things instead.
So as the you're it's imagine you're walking through a sort of an art house with a lot of sculptures in it, except this art
Mhm.
house is made out of ice, so it's as if you're in a really huge igloo.
Okay.
And on various different sort of pedestals or in various different areas, there's these huge blocks of ice, and it looks like that you're looking at your friends and family and people that you've trusted in the past encased in these blocks of ice. But as you're walking around looking at them, these faceless individuals walk up and they start carving the ice blocks. And as they're carving them, they're carving out the creatures, the people that are in there. But as they're carving them, rather than carve out, the image of somebody that you trusted or Addie or Oryx, they carve the shape of a bear or the shape of an elk or the shape of uh, a narwhal or the shape of a yeti or the shape of a mammoth or the shape of a big giant blue thing with many legs that you destroyed an egg of previously.
Yeah, that's what I thought it was. And do I get any sense of foreboding with this? A reason why I'd want to tell them not to animate them?
Yeah, you think that well, when they get animated, of course they're going to kill you.
Oh, well, yeah, no. I'd rather
Those
they.
things they're not trustworthy once they get animated, right?
Yeah, so then I absolutely do not want them to kill me. I absolutely do not want them to animate them.
Right, but that's not persuasive
I
argument. So I
know.
need three
I
good
know.
reasons why. So while you're thinking about that, Addie, you Zio's having a ball. You
Shut
all
up.
just wait.
No.
um,
Oh, I love
so
shit like this.
so Addie,
I was muted.
um,
Sorry. Yeah.
you feel like you're having a really good night so far. You lay down and you feel the most comfortable that you have felt in a really long time. But then you fall into a deeper sleep, and as you're dreaming of these beautiful white birds flying through the sky. They almost look angelic. They almost have this sort of halo effect because they have a bright light, near their head, and they're just so beautiful. The light shines off of them, and it looks very peaceful and healing. And as you're watching, they sort of fly by and they flock and they do that weird thing that birds do. It's actually called a murmuration, where the birds kind of fly together and they form, and it looks like they form one big creature, and then they disperse again
Oh
and
no.
fly over, and then they fly together again. Um, it's it's really a natural flocking behavior that keeps them coming together and separating, because that's how they avoid predators, right? But these birds are really large. And so when they come together, they form these huge things. And you notice that they cast a shadow on the ground. And where they're casting a shadow on the ground, instead of when you look down seeing the ground with shadow on it, where they're casting the shadow, it's like you're looking down deep into the depths of the earth. And it's almost like you're falling, 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 and it's really hard for you to lift your head up, and you feel like you can barely move. You're just falling, and you're subject to the force of gravity and something pulling you down. And finally you're able to like lift your head up and look to the sky again, in the hopes that maybe these things can stop you from falling. But now what you see, instead of these beautiful white birds flying over, you just see one big white bird. And as you're watching it, it's flying, and then simultaneously as you're watching it, it looks like it's this big white bird, and then it morphs into that nasty, crawling, bloody, damaged creature that you've been seeing in your horrible nightmares this entire time. And as you look up at it and it morphs into that thing and then back out of it again, and then into that thing and back out of it. And the third time that it morphs into that horrible visage of damaged whatever it is, it looks right at you and it says, "You're falling." And then you wake up and you did not lose your exhaustion.
Oh.
Well, now we know it can talk. By we, I mean the players.
Um,
Great.
Bitter, do you have your
I mean, they're
persuasive
not
arguments yet?
they're not really persuasive so much. I try and convince them not to change people that I knew and more or less mutilate them that way. Ice is meant to be still. It's not meant to move. It's not meant to be that way. It's, if I have to say it this way, it's meant to endure and be the same as always. And lastly, if they finish animating those things, I'll fucking kill the one that animates the first one. Because, I mean, if you're coming at me, I've got to come at you back.
So, endurance, perseverance, and cruelty, that's the reasonings
Oh,
that you're
goddamn.
giving
Yeah,
them.
yeah, I guess
That
so.
sounds wonderful. When you
Oh.
wake up, you're fine. You feel like you've had a really great night of sleep. Um,
Fell right for that one,
Wow.
huh?
you sure did. Uh,
Did.
uh, you feel good, but you do have this sort of niggling feeling in the back of your mind that something is going on that is untrustworthy. And so
Yeah.
while you did not gain a level of exhaustion and you had a good night's sleep and you feel well rested and all that stuff, you're a little bit uneasy about the situation, just in terms of thinking that maybe something isn't what you thought it was, or something isn't as it seems, or something like that. Um, I also need a check from Oryx and Ember.
No, but I'm being cute and snoring.
Uh-huh. From Oryx, I need a nature check.
Okay. 19.
So Oryx, you have really strange dreams. You have dreams of being with your clan when you were younger, and then it sort of does that kind of weird timing thing in dreams where suddenly time shifts and now a lot of time has passed and you know it in the dream, but you feel like the same person. Kind of like if when you dream about being in your house, but it's like not the right house, but you know that it's a house you were once in, and that weird, like odd, you know it for what it is, but it kind of, there's something wrong with it, right? It looks weird. And that's how your clan is. All of a sudden, like, time fast forwarded like 15 years, and your clan is different, and they're all, your tribe, I mean, and they're all starting to starve. This is like at the beginning of the starvation time. And as you're having this dream, the chief and the shaman of the tribe come to you, and they say that they have solved the issue and that they know that you can conjure things from the earth that are edible because you are of the earth. And as they're saying this to you, it doesn't make sense. That's not what you know of yourself. That it doesn't really describe anything that you've ever known of yourself. But these odd creatures rise from the ground, and they seem to be made of mud and rock, and they rise up and they move over to where you are, and your whole tribe starts gathering around. And some amount of time passes. It's very weird. You're not really exactly sure if it's meant to be years or just days or hours. But the next thing you know, when you're looking at a lot of the tribesmen around you, they've all aged a lot. So those that just a moment ago had dark hair now have lightened hair and things like that. Um, Ones that were obviously youthful have taken on a more gaunt stance. They're a little more older. Their faces are sagging a little bit, and their eyes are a little more sunken. And then there's an obvious aging process. And these creatures, as they come towards you, they come into the middle of where the tribe is gathered, and they kneel down on the ground. And the tribe starts to get like utensils out and start to dig into the mud of these creatures. And as they're starting to take bites of this odd earthly thing, the creatures morph into these icy troll shaped, horrible visaged, ugly creatures. And as they're as the tribe is as if they don't notice, and they're starting to take bites out of this again, and even though it's morphing into a troll, they're still taking a bite. And as one of them goes to chew on, to take up the bite and swallow the food from the troll, one of the trolls raises its hand and starts, swiping at the tribes people and kills several of them. And then you wake up and your heart is beating faster than you have ever felt your heart beat before.
Oryx probably throws up as soon as he wakes up from that.
Probably.
He's outside the tiny hut at least.
Yeah.
But you do not have a level of exhaustion. And you are, of course, a little bit discombobulated because of this.
Yeah.
Now, Ember,
Yes.
I need you to make me a sleight of hand check.
Okay, for the record, my DM is making me do this. I'm not trying to do mischief here. No, I
Noted.
don't have advantage. Mischief. 16 mischief.
So you go to sleep and you're sleeping really well, and then you awaken and you find yourself in an enormous library. But the library is weird because it's more like a bookstore. So even though you feel like you're in a library, right? It's a dream thing, right? So it's that weird like house not house thing, right? You're in a library and the books have like the typical library setup. It's in whatever the resources arrangement is supposed to be in and all of those things. But you know that if you touch any book in there, you can buy it. It can become yours. So of course, you start looking through and you start picking up these books because you really need to know about these books, and every book that you open up seems to have only a single sentence in it. So no matter what page you flip to in each book, there's only a single sentence, and that single sentence is something about your lost family, and it's always a location or an origin or a memory that you have of something that they did. And as you're going through, you've realized that you can't possibly carry all these books and buy all these books. So you just have to find the right one that has the whole story in it. So you put all the books that you had away. Actually, you don't even put them away. You start to put them away and you say, screw it, I don't have time to put them all away. And you just drop them on the ground. And you start running down the aisleways to try to find the book that you need to find, because you know that you'll know it as soon as you see it. And you run, 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 run. Occasionally you stop and you pick up like vials of ink, like the little pot that you put the stylus in to write things. You pick up some of those. You pick up some extra ink. You pick up a few different styluses, and they're very beautiful, like different feathers, and they have different caps on them. It's just anything that catches your eye that seems like it's going to be meaningful to you, right? And you're running, 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 and finally you get to the shelf and you know that that is the book, and you reach out to get the book. And as you put your hand on the book, you pull the book off the shelf, and at that point, you realize there's somebody following you. And not just one somebody, but many somebodies. And everywhere you look, there is a person that believes they are hidden, that is watching you from a distance. And you see them all. And as you've got the book in your hand, but as you sort of do the 360-degree turn, you finally turn and turn and turn. And then when you turn back to the left, you realize that you recognize one of the people, even though they're basically dressed in all black and they're meant to be not seen. You realize that you recognize one of them as the personal guard of one of the Castellanters, and that you interviewed this person when you wrote your last book. And he looks at you and he says, "We're going to find you." And it scares you so that you drop the book, and that's when you wake up.
I'm gonna murder that stupid guard. Put itching powder all in his armor. He's never gonna sleep again.
Ouch.
But Ember, I do need a Constitution save from you.
No, I'm bad at that. 13.
You have a level of exhaustion.
Motherfucker.
It is impossible for the rest of you to not notice at the first time you see Ember today that Ember is distressed.
Oh no.
The tail won't stop flicking.
Yeah.
And is absolutely not floofed.
Mm-hmm.
Everything all right there? Did you sleep well?
Ember just gives him a look like, do you want to ever sleep well again in your life?
Yes.
Stupid guard, gonna kill him. Had the thing, and now I don't
Calm
have
down,
this thing, and now I want to
kitty.
sleep.
Calm
Ish, jerky.
down.
Bleh.
Hmm. Lovely.
I liked it better when my bad dreams were I was sleeping too well and my tail caught on fire.
Did that actually happen to you once?
That sounds terrible.
Only once. It smelled really bad, so I woke up.
Hmm.
And was your tail actually on fire?
No, but it was getting pretty close to the campfire.
Hmm.
What do you mean?
Ugh.
How does everyone else look?
You can roll a perception check.
Oh boy.
I mean,
This
I'm
is
getting
so
used to
great.
sleeping bad, so you know.
Oh, shit. Hang on. An 8.
Oh. I mean, they look like they normally do, you know.
My tail is also smacking around.
Let's get a perception from everyone else as well.
Oh, Jesus. Well.
7.
Well,
Oh no.
kind of
14.
no.
At least somebody
At
got.
least Oryx noticed stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Oryx, you can tell automatically that everyone's had a really bad night. Even the kid. So don't forget you
Oh.
also had
Yeah.
Oryx with you.
Not works.
Well, of course we had Oryx with
Lloyd's
us.
been, Lloyd's been with
We
it.
better have Oryx with us.
Yeah, wasn't his
Fuckhead.
name Oryx? Eric's?
No, it's
Eric.
Eric's.
Eric's.
Eric's. Sorry. Oh yeah, Oryx is yeah. Sorry. Hey, I didn't name the NPC. Okay, he's just named that.
Sure.
Eric's is he looks like he's sleeping soundly, but he's doing that thing like when a dog is like, you know,
Bitchy.
is yeah, having twitches and you know
Oh,
their
no.
paws are moving and like that's what he's doing. And you see that under the skin on his arms, it looks like there's like some blue glowing symbols that are like pulsating, kind of.
Still, I thought that would have. I'll
No.
point that out to Sig and say, and I mean, I guess now that everyone's up, do I see the same thing on Sig's arms, or is that finally gone out by now?
So Sig,
Mm-hmm.
roll me a con save, please.
I was waiting for this.
Sorry, I brought it up.
Seriously, Sig, you have a +7 and you get a 14. Fuck you, bitch. Fuck you, bitch.
So here's the
Uh-huh.
thing, Oryx, though. You can't tell if Sig's got any kind of glowing thing about her or if it's just that damn axe, because the axe is giving off energy and light. And it's like right in front of her. So it's hard for you to distinguish between what might be being produced by her versus the axe.
Okay. All right, but I can at least tell that Eric's is not. Doesn't look like he's slept well. Okay.
Right.
Well, we'd better get up and get some food going. So wherever we're going next, it's probably going to be a long trip, and
Mhm.
we shouldn't be taking him where we're going.
Which
It
is why we
wouldn't
should be
Absolutely
going back to
not.
Lonelywood.
It is a detour, but it is a detour we need to do. At the very
Mhm.
least,
I don't
leave
wanna
them
be
with the
responsible for him
halflings
dying.
now.
So here's my question for you. Where's Velen Harpel?
Is she with us?
Do we not see her anywhere? Or?
Is she gone?
She's not gone, but she slept over closer to where the dogs were sleeping and where the sleds are.
Hmm.
Her
Does she
sleds?
also look like she's got terrible
wreck?
dreams happening?
Hopefully she's safe.
I mean, she always kind of looks worse for wear. You know, she's got an eye patch and she's got scars and she's an old lady to begin
Yeah.
with. So, you know.
Morning, Velen.
Morning. I trust you all slept well.
Not really.
Not since I came to this blasted place.
Hey, you're the one who decided to come to this blasted place.
So no, you're wrong. Unlike
Sig's
all
just
counts.
gonna quietly try and wake the kid up since it's morning.
Yeah, he wakes pretty easily.
Yep.
He's obviously tired, you know.
Mm-hmm. Been through a lot.
Mm-hmm.
What are you going to do with the kid?
We have to take
We
him to
can't bring him
Lonelywood.
with us.
Yeah, there's
We
no way it
know
would be
a
safe.
family in Lonelywood who can look after him at least until we finish what we're doing.
Why do you think you could help us get there quicker or get him there faster?
I can take him if you want me to.
And then catch up with us?
Perhaps.
It sounded like you wanted to get your 2 shots in with the one who stole from you.
I do.
I'm gonna point out, if you ditch us, we don't have a dog sled with us. So, would we keep your dog sled, or are you taking your dog sled?
Do you
Honest
need it?
question. Do you want us to get to where we need to go sooner or later?
When I offered to help you the first time, I didn't expect I'd be carrying you everywhere.
Well, sorry, a mechanical dragon kind of made it more difficult for us to have our dogs.
Yeah, we kind of lost our dogs. Did you forget about that? So again, it's up to you. It's just, do you want us to be
I guess the
faster or
question is
slower?
how would you take the child to Lonelywood?
I was going to take the sled, but if I leave you the sled, how in the world am I going to get there and get back and actually catch up to you?
That's why I'm thinking she should take the sled. We can make headway. She'll be
As long
faster
as she
without
actually
us.
catches up with us.
I'm pretty sure the sled can go faster than we can, but at the very least, it will go faster if it's only her than if it has to carry all of us.
And I don't think she has a reason to not catch back up with us.
All right.
So the sled will go about 3 miles per hour, about 4.8 kilometers. And your feet with snowshoes go about 1.
All right. Um, Ember,
Or we take the kid.
No. It's
What are
Is
you
just
there
there anyone
afraid
any
of?
responsible for keeping him alive?
I think we could all be responsible for keeping him alive, don't you?
I think that's an
if that
added liability for the group.
I'd rather not endanger the kid. He's been through enough.
You don't think
why
he's already in danger? You don't think they're going to keep coming after him? He might be more safe with you than anyone.
That's true.
yeah,
As much as I hate
Grumbling
it.
from the group.
Yeah,
God damn it,
because
you're
I
right.
hate it when she's actually right.
Grumbling
Eric's.
while nodding from the group.
Eric's.
Yeah, Sig.
I'm sorry, first of all, for us talking like you're not here. That isn't fair to you. Second of all, where we're going is going to be even more dangerous than what unfortunately happened to your people. Do you want to stay with us, or would you rather go stay with a family of halflings we know until we're done what we need to do? And then we
I
can
dreamed
come
of
back.
riding birds.
What kind of birds?
Big ones.
So
Are you going to become Big Sig again?
I might, if we get in danger, yes.
Big Sig was in my dream too.
what?
What color were the birds?
White.
Oh.
Was it a good dream or a bad dream?
Hmm. My shaman used to say that there's no difference between a good dream and a bad dream. That all dreams are equal. They all have equal importance.
Fair enough. But yeah, I
There's
Michael
grumbling
did.
about this shaman and this shaman's thoughts.
There's not grumbling from Bitter, but there is a frown and a tail thwack. That's enough that actually sends snow flying.
So it's up to you
So
guys. Velen will take the kid if you want the kid to go to Lonelywood, or you can take the kid if you want the kid to go to Lonelywood, or you could take the kid with you if you want them to go with you.
if the kid would rather stay with us, he can stay with us. He has to understand it's dangerous. But unfortunately, Villain is right and he might be safer with us.
The DM is saying you have to make the choice. The kid is not going
Yeah.
to make the choice.
Felon, if this was your child, would you take them? Would you take them along into this,
I don't.
knowing what potentially lies ahead?
Does Velen have children?
Possibly grandchildren.
Someone will
Be
get smacked for
nice.
that.
She has a bunch of undead children.
If my child was a chosen one and I was going to the god's domain, I guess it would seem like I was taking the child to sacrifice it, wouldn't it?
You know.
I kind of look at Bitter.
Yeah. Oh no, Bitter
same
immediately was like,
here.
nope, Lonelywood now.
That's what it would seem like, right?
Not sacrificing the child.
No,
I
but
don't. I do not
if a
volunteer either.
child is a chosen and goes to the domicile of the god they are the chosen of, you're returning the god's property.
No. Nuh-uh.
Yeah, no. No.
Nuh-uh. Nope. Mm-mm. We'll start walking. Catch back up with us.
Okay, bye.
It gives Eric's a hug and be like, "You'll be safer with this family. We'll see you again soon. We'll come pick you up after we're done, okay?"
But what if the birds come for me?
Don't go out at night, please.
There is no right answer for this question.
No.
Okay, I won't go out at night.
Okay, big hug. And then
Shape water in the form of a husky.
Really don't have
Okay,
anything.
so do you want Velen to take the sled then, and you're gonna walk
Yeah.
on foot?
Yeah,
Yeah.
we'll walk on foot and she can catch up with us.
Okay.
So it'll take us like 7 hours, possibly 8, to get to the edge.
It's fine.
Well, we better start walking then. We did the right thing, right?
I don't know.
I have a bad feeling we're not going to see him or anyone in that town alive again.
I mean, it's better than. Honestly, it might be just as likely that we won't see anybody in that town alive again because we won't come back.
Yeah, I don't have a great feeling about any of this. So
No, I don't
I'm pretty
trust
sure
like
he was
any of
doomed if he
this.
came with us too.
So, weird question. Did anybody else have dreams that they remember?
Every night.
Yeah, not sure if I want to talk about it right
Great.
now, but
Awesome. Yeah, me either.
So
But
you all
fuck,
had dreams? Great.
you didn't. Hmm. By the way, can you still hear that singing?
No, but my arm is burning right now.
Was it burning
Like,
before?
hot or cold?
It's always cold.
Hmm.
I don't know. Maybe I'd prefer if it was hot burning, but no,
No,
it's
you
burning
wouldn't.
cold. Listen,
Well,
can we just get moving
yeah.
before I regret what we just did even more, please?
Is it burning because the child left you?
I don't know. I never know why it fucking does this.
When did it start burning?
Any damn reason.
Peter's just gonna start walking.
Like when the
Yep.
child. Are you sure you want Velen to take the kid then? You're the other chosen.
Yeah, I'm not even thinking about that. Thank you very much.
Well, maybe you should start.
Oh yeah, we're already bringing a chosen.
Let's just keep walking, please. It'll stop after a while. It always does.
He also saw the same birds in his dream that I had in mine.
Really?
I thought you just had dead people.
Hmm.
Yeah, in mine the birds turned to the dead people.
What?
Oh, great.
Well, that
Glad I asked.
In
I'm
my
not.
home, my tribe was starving to death.
Aren't they doing that right now?
Yes, but
Sig, smack.
What? It's an honest question.
yes, but now apparently they thought I could summon mud creatures that then turn into ice trolls and just started devouring everybody.
Oh, that's fucked up in
Oh, that
multiple
wasn't.
ways.
It's like this
Hmm.
whole land is just going to consume
That-
everything.
Wow. Eh, So my dream ended up not being the absolute creepiest, but I still.
Okay, you've started that sentence. You gotta finish it now.
Yeah, I know. My dream was a little bit more interactable. There were these things that were carving ice statues that looked vaguely like people I knew into other things, and they wanted to animate them. And I had to convince them to not, because if they animated them, they'd kill me.
Oh, well, that's nice.
I convinced them to stop, I think, but then I got this weird feeling that I don't trust at all.
Yeah, mine seems less creepy now in comparison, but I still don't want to have it again. I was looking for the real special book about mom, and I found it. Except for a whole bunch of people were following me, but they were really bad at hiding, like Big Sig bad at hiding.
Wow, that's pretty bad.
Oh yeah, but they thought they were doing great because they didn't like do anything when I looked at them or whatever, except for the one which was a guard that I interviewed for my last book, and he said that they'll find me. And I don't think they were happy with me. And then he made me drop the book, and I'm gonna put itching powder in his damn armor.
You know that was a dream, right? Don't punish the guy that you happen to see in your dream in reality.
Well, if I find him again.
Yeah, don't do that.
Plus, what are the chances that he's going to be come all the way up here?
Well, look at it this way. If you ever see that guy again, it'll be a good day because it means we're out of this hellscape.
Maybe.
Listen, I can hope, right? Also, you guys must have ate some funky food last night.
Or maybe I ate something this morning. I'm really cold all of a sudden. Anybody else feeling that?
No, I.
Never.
He just
Sig,
kind of
are you
kneels
sure?
down, just kind of just sits, kneels down in the snow, and just kind of because like really huddled up, and he's got his hands kind of covered over his heart, and you
I'm
can see him
gonna
shivering
unclasp my
very
cloak
badly.
and
Ye-
just kind of drape it around his
Oryx?
shoulders.
Yeah, that ain't good.
Yeah, that
No.
ain't good. Addie, take a look at Oryx. This is unusual.
Yeah.
Is it because you ate the thingy?
I mean, I'm not even feeling particularly colder than normal.
Hey.
Mm.
So while Addie is distracted with that, I'm gonna kind of wander up to Sig. I still hear it.
Huh.
I'm not particularly good at medicine, though.
I'm shocked.
No offense, you're going to be better than me.
I have a +1.
I have a
Same here.
+1.
I have a
Oh
+1
God, do
too.
we? We're the least intelligent party of adventurers.
Medicine is
You mean
wisdom.
wise?
Yeah,
Yes.
wisdom.
No, intelligent. Oh, medicine isn't. Oh, I have a 2. Never mind. I was looking at nature. Shut up.
Least intelligent part. I mean,
Shut up.
Is that 2 is
Says
so
the-
much
says the
different from
wizard.
the 1.
Listen,
Yeah,
it can be the
there's
difference between
2.
success and failure.
Not if you roll a
Let us
2.
have this, damn it.
Well,
Come on.
her?
Medicine checker.
Medicine check.
I don't know.
As I try to figure out what's going on with Oryx. Oh yes, let's make the person with disadvantage on ability checks do this.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, Ember's not doing it.
He's got disadvantage too.
That's what I
Okay,
said.
I might be the
7.
only one who doesn't at this point.
Oh, brother.
I don't know what's going on. He's cold. Do we need to stop and make a fire? Would that make it better?
I think I can carry on.
Are you sure?
Maybe make
Do
some.
you need an extra
warm
pair of
drink.
gloves?
I mean, you can use my cloak right now.
And mine.
All right.
Yeah, I give Oryx my cloak.
And I give him mine and offer him my gloves too. I don't know if they'll fit, but they're really warm, I think.
All right. He'll try to slide them over his hands as best he can. And I'll try to remember to take them off if anything attacks us. And then I'll try my best to just push on through this.
So you're all going to start to pack up and then go sort of
Yeah.
northwest.
I kind of
Mhm.
assume we did that and we're talking on the way.
Okay.
Yeah.
So who's going to lead the group?
Uh,
I mean, I can.
okay. I
I'll
can.
I'll watch out too because I'm less likely to actually get lost.
And
Same.
I'll send Hugh up into the air just for slightly added help.
So whoever's sort of navigating, go ahead and give me a survival check.
Okay.
With advantage since I'm helping you.
21.
So in about 7 hours, you make it to the edge of the Sea of Moving Ice. And you are really tired.
How's
It's-
Oryx doing?
He's cold, but doesn't
Hmm.
seem to be suffering any other effects.
Okay.
That's good.
You notice
But
the
you-
closer we get, the more uncomfortable bitter is.
You don't actually see this place that that Velen described. You don't see it, so you have a feeling that you're going to have to start going along the coast
Along the coast, yeah.
to try to look for it. And so the question is, do you want to go more westerly or do you want to go more easterly? Because right now you're about right here.
And you said that it could be here, there, or down
Or over
that way
here.
somewhere.
Or over here. Yeah, she gave you kind of like this big range of...
Great, awesome.
Let's start going west then.
Yeah, that gives us the best chance to eventually hit it, I think.
Unless it's the one that's on east.
We could send Hugh maybe to the east to check since we're closest.
Range is about 100 feet.
You can send him scouting and then come back.
Do.
You can't contact him in the meantime, but
Mm-hmm.
Are you going to tell him to look for something in particular?
I was gonna say, do we know what we're looking for?
Something out of the ordinary, I guess. I am assuming it'll look like a shrine or something.
A lot of things up here.
So basically, something that looks man-made
Yeah.
or humanoid-made.
Or maybe God made, who knows, but
Mm,
not just snow and ice, I guess. Unless it's sculpted
Unless
ice.
it's special snow and ice.
Yeah.
mhm.
Any kind of structure looking thing.
Something out of the
Well,
ordinary.
I mean, better than nothing, I guess.
At least that'll give us a breather so we can like stop for a bit, maybe have some meal, make some hot drink for Oryx, and once Hugh comes back, we'll start heading west.
So you're sending Hugh out how far?
Do we want to send him out for a time or
I'd say a time, yeah. So maybe have him
Mhm.
fly 30 minutes west and then come back.
half an hour?
Yeah.
Mhm.
So we take an
What's
hour break.
his
I mean, don't forget, in 30 minutes you could just summon him
Oh yeah.
because you can't call him
what's
within 30 feet of you.
what's his flight
Mm.
speed?
Fly speed is 50 feet.
So you could tell him to go out for an hour and then summon him back in an hour and see what he's found.
Is that
I'm
okay,
gonna
little buddy? Pat, 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 pat.
before you do that, first of all, bitter. I can only hear this singing if I really listen for it, but the singing sounds like it's coming from the east.
Well then,
But
mm,
it's not the dock. So I think we should just head west.
how do you know it's not the dock?
I have no idea. It's a feeling.
Can I listen to see if I hear
The feeling.
the direction of it? Yeah.
Listen, do you know how many things have just been by feeling since I got here? It's actually a lot and I hate it.
Yeah, like 98% of it. That's
Yeah,
what
I don't like
happens.
it.
There's not very much logic to it.
I'm just mentioning the singing sounds like it's coming from the east.
Oh, okay.
Bitter.
That's it. It's everywhere, and it's real loud. How is that faint to you? Are you losing your hearing? How old are you?
Seriously?
Rude! Rude!
I
First
smack
Vin,
Bitter
now
on the side of the
Sig?
head.
Got
Old
some
enough to
ageism
know you
going on in
shouldn't be
this group.
asking that question. And honestly, you're just proving you're a child to ask that question.
I'm really not.
Fine then.
So
How old are you?
I'm out of water. So I'm gonna
Break
go get
time.
some water. So do we want
Yep.
to take a break?
Yeah,
Uh-huh.
go on break.
Yep.
Yeah.
See you in a
We'll
bit.
be right back.
All right, welcome back, everybody. So the group has just spent 7 hours traveling from the forested little camp area they were in all the way to the edge of the world where the sea of moving ice is, and now they are looking for some sort of something with the little dock, and they're not really sure. But they have sent out their friend Hugh the bird, who is flying around as fast as he can to try to spy anything that might be of interest so that he can come back and tell his companions what he saw, or, well, so to speak. He can't really speak, right?
More
He,
like
he can
give
mimic
ideas.
things, but the
Yeah, so
if we like build a house out of snow, did you see one of these? Like maybe we can have Bitter make a thing of what we think he's gonna see,
Mhm.
and he can sit on whatever he found.
Before he leaves, so we're gonna let him fly out for an hour and do like a short rest, right?
I mean, I guess we could short rest if he's flying for an hour.
Because
Okay.
if that's the case, I can use my gift of luck and then get my spell slots back.
Mm.
All right.
Sure.
Sure.
Would you be able to make a tiny hut? Maybe that'll help Oryx warm up a bit if he's in a warmer area.
You still cold, Oryx?
A little bit, but I think the worst has passed. I think it's
I mean,
that troll heart wearing off.
I can always ritual cast it, so there's no reason not to make a hut, I guess.
It'll protect us. But
Yeah.
So you basically had reverse heartburn.
Oh, as someone who deals with actual heartburn in real life, that would be the worst.
Heart freeze?
Yeah.
Yeah.
God.
okay, so I'll cast Gift of Luck. I have 2 spell slots. I can do this on 4 people. So I'm gonna give Hugh the Gift of Luck and myself. Who else wants the other 2?
I would say
decide.
Ember
Maybe Ember
because Ember looks
exhaustion.
pretty wrecked.
Yeah.
So let's say Ember and Oryx.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So
And what's this gift of luck going to do for Hugh?
I'm posting it there. So while the spell lasts and it lasts 24 hours, it gives the target can gain advantage on any 3 rolls of its choice. So you get 3 chances to do things at advantage. Useful for people who have
Hey.
disadvantage on checks.
Or need to use their beady little eyes.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, and since I'm using 3rd level spell slots, I can affect 2 creatures per casting.
Yep.
So I'll use my
Okay.
2 spell slots, and then I will consume one of my short rests to regain them. While we wait
Okay.
for you.
So, I guess have Hugh give me a perception check.
You know, I just popped his character out and then went, I don't need this.
Because he's got advantage on them anyway, doesn't he?
I'm
Oh.
very smart.
It's okay. Woo.
20.
So you're sending him out for an hour, and then what do? You're going to reconjure him? Is that what I'm understanding, or is he flying out for a half hour and then coming back?
Blah, blah, blah. As an action. Bleh. As an action, you can temporarily dismiss your familiar, and as an action, while it is temporarily dismissed, you can cause it to reappear.
Never mind. I thought that you could just summon it to you.
You can cause it to reappear in an unoccupied space within 30 feet. So basically, with 2 actions, I go poof, and then unpoof.
So how he gets to go out an hour's flight worth or a half hour's flight worth?
Hour.
Okay. Okay. So that happens. He's back. How are you going to communicate with him?
No, I'm not going to squint at him. I'm going to tell him he did a very good job, and
I will.
did he?
I will.
Did you
tell
see
you-
anything that like was people made? Eh?
I'm just gonna look at Ember and be like, you can communicate with him telepathically, right?
Well, yeah, but then y'all will ask me what I asked him.
Oh.
And then I got to do this anyway.
He indicates yes.
Hey, Bitter.
Hmm?
I need you to make things out of like ice or
I'm gonna
whatever.
use shape water to make something that looks vaguely like a shrine, something that looks vaguely like a dock, and something that looks vaguely like a boat.
Eh?
So
If you
he
saw it,
hops
sit on it.
around and he sits on the shrine, and he hops and sits on the boat, and then he hops and sits on the dock.
All of them?
Apparently.
Well, I guess it's a good thing that we didn't start going west to look while he went east.
Which one's the closest? Can he tell you that?
First. Which one first?
He sits on the dock.
All right.
I
I guess we're going east then.
Okay.
I'm just glad
That
it's not
was-
the shrine first.
Me too. Hey, does anybody have a pair of earmuffs? This is getting really distracting.
I have a feeling that's not going to block it out.
Oh, I was gonna say, can't you just like shove something in your ears?
I
And no offense,
guess.
Bitter, but everyone else is going to need their earmuffs.
That's fair. Hmm. Well, let's start walking east then.
So you walk east for about 20 minutes, and you come to a little setup with a small dock that goes out into the water about 20 or 30 feet. And there are two little boats that are moored there, two little rowboats.
Hmm.
How many people do the rowboats fit?
About two
I-
people each.
Okay.
I have a question.
Mhm.
Because it's been now 8 hours.
Mhm.
Velen caught up with us?
Nope.
Great.
I don't like that.
Should we leave something for her to find so she knows we went? Or do we... Nah.
We should,
Her animals
We
can
should-
probably track our footprints.
but we shouldn't actually go there yet.
No, yeah,
because
we're just gonna find the place where we're supposed to.
Well, we'd have
Like,
to summon the
start.
thing to get there, wouldn't we?
So you don't see a place to hang the bell anywhere where you're at.
Okay.
Oh shit. So it's probably not here.
Anything interesting in the boats?
Just a little bit of gear. There's a spear in one and like a little backpack with some blankets in it in the other.
Considering Hugh apparently saw everything within an hour of where we were, we could just walk and see where each one is to confirm its location.
I'm
I will point
But
out
kinda
he's faster
curious.
on flight than we are on foot. It will take us more than an hour to cover what he did.
What about,
Sure enough.
what about the boats?
I mean, if we really wanted to, I could send Flip out into the water. So we wouldn't have to worry about trying to get out and get back.
Why do we want to go into the water?
See where the boats.
I'm just thinking it might be, I mean, stay along shore, but it'll be easier rowing in a boat. It'd be faster rowing in a boat than walking on foot.
Roll me a survival check
There's
or
lot
a
of
nature check,
ice.
whichever one's better for you.
With survival.
And I imagine there's
Yeah.
a lot of ice closer to the edge of the
So-
water.
Yeah, so you
it's-
actually you don't believe that it would actually be safer in the water in those little boats because
Oh.
the sea of moving ice is like full of little tiny icebergs.
even
flowing.
just staying like right along the shore. I'm not talking like sailing straight out that way.
Yeah, so right along the shore it's all ice ledge,
Okay.
and then out in the water it's almost like I don't know if you've ever seen a river that freezes over really thick in the winter when it goes through breakup.
Right. But yeah.
It's like that. Like you can't even really see the water underneath. You just see the ice. Every once in a while, there'll be a big piece and there's a little bit of water around it, but mostly it's just ice moving.
Okay.
In fact, the two boats that you're looking at are actually sitting on solid ice right now. They're not actually floating in water.
But did that give me any indication of whether anyone's been by them lately?
Not for a really long time.
Okay, so these are just abandoned. No. Anything we want out of here, help yourselves. I don't think anybody's coming back for these.
We all have our winter gear.
Backpack with blankets.
I don't think we want to necessarily burden ourselves with extra equipment.
Probably not.
All right.
I mean, I'm already carrying 36 pounds.
What?
What?
That's just all your gear?
Yeah, that's my gear.
Oh.
Just the leather armor I'm wearing is
Mhm.
10 pounds. Armor's heavy.
And you're probably feeling every ounce of it right now, aren't you?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, considering I have an exhaustion point, yeah.
You have an exhaustion point for like this whole campaign. You're
Yeah.
used to it by now.
We've
Uh-huh.
also been already walking for 7.5 hours. I think
Mhm.
everyone's aching. I mean,
I
I
mean,
think
yeah.
we did just have an hour's rest, but like an hour's rest after 7 hours of walking with your backpack strapped to your back.
Yeah.
Uh,
Yeah, no, you're right.
honestly, we should probably be looking for somewhere to spend the night.
Yeah.
And
Right.
I don't know if you guys want to spend the night beside a shrine.
I don't.
We're almost at the limit of our energy. We might want to just stop here for the night.
At the dock.
Yes. Why not?
I would. Do you realize that it's actually colder near shorelines?
Is it?
We have tiny hut.
Mm-hmm.
Regardless.
Do you really want to trek too far away and then have to trek back in the morning?
I mean, we
No.
can go 10 minutes in if we need to. Just to get out of the wind. There's a lot of
I
mountains
would.
around. Like, not mountains, but hills.
Snowdrifts.
That would work.
Mm-hmm.
We could break up one of the boats for firewood if we needed to.
That's true.
Well, let's go then.
Do we want to take one of the boats with us?
Not yet. We may need them.
Yeah, that's true. Okay, so we'll go like 10 minutes away from the shore. Find a place that's relatively protected from the wind. Make camp. I'm worried that Velen hasn't caught up to us.
Okay, so how far from the shore are you going to go?
Maybe about like 10 minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah,
10
not
minutes.
very far, just a bit of ways.
The other thing we need to worry about is the stuff that could be in that water.
What? Stuff there?
Yes,
Yeah.
things live in the water, Addie.
Yeah, but it's all frozen over.
So, it's been frozen over for a while, and even before that, it was always cold. Do you think that things haven't adapted?
It's not like it's solid completely all the way to the ground once you get out there. There's going to be things living under the water.
Well, anyways, we're
Or
10
even-
minutes away from it, so it should be fine. And we'll have watches.
So anyway, what was your decision?
10 minutes away. Set up
10
tiny hut.
minutes inland.
Yep.
Yes.
Tiny
hut.
hut. Everybody's in the tiny hut or anybody's out?
I would say everybody in.
Everyone in.
Okay.
Safer
'Cause
that way.
we can still look out from it.
Yeah. And
It's
it'll look
not
like
like
a
them beating
snow
our.
mound from outside.
Yep.
Constitution saves for everybody.
Woohoo!
Woo!
Is this
Big,
for our
what the
dreams?
fuck?
Or is this for the extreme weather?
Wait. I have a gift of luck. Wait, can I use that for saves? 3 rolls of
Advantage
its
on any
choice.
three rolls.
of its
Okay.
choice.
Good.
Go, Addie, do better.
14!
Well, it was better.
So, is
Oh
this
God,
for
Sig
extreme
got the
weather or
lowest then.
just? Not yet. I haven't rolled yet. Because is this for our dreams or for
This is for fatigue.
Yeah, we're in
19.
the tiny hut, so cold isn't really affecting us right now. It's warm.
Mhm.
Okay.
Um, God, Karu. What the hell?
Right?
Hey, she got a 14 at least.
I have a +2 to my con save. Come on.
How do you think I feel? I have a +7
so-
and I rolled a 10
Uh-huh.
total.
Yeah, so Zio
Mm-hmm.
Stig has a level of exhaustion.
Yeah, I kind of figured.
Addie. 2.
Ooh.
Scopey's
Excuse me?
bad.
Wait,
With
she
a
got 2
14?
more?
No,
No.
I'm
2
at
total
2.
now.
2
Oh.
total.
God damn it.
I mean, we're
Yes.
outside.
Fuck.
All right. I'm not doing first watch. I'll do third if anything, but I need to sleep tonight.
I'll do first.
I'll do second.
Cool, I'll do third.
So, question, is the exhaustion, is that from like the day of travel, or is that at the end of the long rest?
That's at the end of the long rest.
You're fucked.
We're fucked.
So, you have no dreams. None of you have dreams tonight.
I'm too exhausted to dream.
You still don't sleep very well, but you don't have any dreams.
That's nice.
Morning.
Did I still hear the song? And as loud as before?
Mhm.
It's a bit fainter today,
Hmm.
but you did hear it all night, every time you wake up.
Do we see any signs of Velen outside the hut?
Nope.
Oh, son of a bitch. See, this is why I didn't want her to go off on her own with the sled dogs, because there was no guarantee she'd come find us. Sure, she could catch up with us quickly. Doesn't mean she would. She'll show up when she wants to, even if it's inconvenient for us.
I mean, she had a tendency to show up when we said her name, too.
We just did.
Don't think it's gonna happen this time, but
Fuck it. I'm gonna step outside the tiny hut and be like, "Oi, Velen, are you around here?"
We can't keep depending on her either.
This will
I
go
want
well.
to know if she's here before we continue on with trying to figure out how to get to where we're going.
Plus, this is her expedition. Doesn't really
Yeah.
make sense for us to
And-
go without her, without the person who knows where we're going and knows what we're looking for.
She's more or less told us what we're looking for.
We need to find that shrine thing first. Is that what we gotta do?
I
we have to
suspect
find a place to
yes.
put the bell.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Shrine next, I suppose.
Yeah, let's just get moving.
Trudge, trudge, trudge.
Okay, so you make it back over to the edge. I'm assuming you're going to keep going east until you find
Shrine.
the shrine, whatever
Yeah,
shrine
but I
the
look
bird
really
was talking about.
exhausted. I'm at half speed, so we're going
Slow.
we're going half a mile per hour again.
So you travel for a couple of hours and you come across another setup where there's a dock. So I'm going to actually switch your map now.
You're good. We have a
Oh.
map this time.
Oh, great.
That's not a great thing.
Sure it is.
Well, this is going great. You get a map. Yay! Fuck.
Fuck.
We get about half a map.
Oh no.
Oh no, it's a combat map, not a pretty map.
Uh-huh.
I mean, it's a pretty combat map, but y'all know what I meant.
Yep.
Oh, I know what you meant.
I mean, to be fair, sight has more to do with the fact that everything is dark most of the time, anyways. So,
No,
Yeah.
but there's actual.
well, there's a little. That's
There's
probably
a large black void on half of this.
Mhm.
Yeah, that's just because it has like a little diagram that you can't see yet.
yeah.
Hello. And then there's a little hut. It looks like over here or something.
Yeah, this is a little like icy hut, even though it looks like it's meant to be made out of stone or something. It's made out of ice, like a little igloo. This dock is indeed here. I don't know how far you can see. And there's a boat on the ice. Most of this whole area is iced over, even though it's moving a tiny bit. It's not moving as fast as it seemed like it was moving yesterday. And these things coming out of the water here, these are like little outcroppings of stone and whatnot. And this is actually forming an arch. So where this one comes out, it kind of arches over and it comes into this one.
Oh,
Oh.
so that's what that thing
Cool.
there is.
So
Yeah, so that's a little arch.
Yeah, I don't see the other one, but
hey,
Yeah, I
There's a-
can't tell what you can see.
we can
So
see
there's a
about that
thing
oh
part.
yeah,
out
you're
here.
far away. Yeah.
Oh. I'm gonna.
Sam, if you, as the DM, if you like select a token and then press Control L, you can basically see what the like characters can see.
Oh, okay.
They
I was
don't
just
have to-
switching to look at what Karu was showing on the
Oh, okay.
on the Twitch. But yeah, so you can see sort of the beginning of an archway here, and it arcs off to the north.
Mm. And what's this?
I'm guessing that's either an interior or something.
So there's like a small
Yeah,
hut
this
over
so
here.
this right here
this is
is
an
the
ice
door
hut,
to a little
an
igloo
igloo.
hut.
Mm.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you were talking about the square. Clearly,
Hey.
the square is just.
Pe-
I'm assuming it's supposed to be just
Yeah.
ice on that side, and they put the
Mhm.
diagram of whatever the fuck it is on the map.
Yeah, exactly. The square is just blocking the diagram.
Okay. Shall. So this isn't.
So you can
Sorry.
walk out on this dock. You can also walk out on the ice where about to the distance of where the boat is, and it doesn't start looking like it breaks up very much until you get to out here
Mhm.
and out here near
Hey,
the
Ember.
rocks.
Do you want to send Hugh? Do a little circle around here.
What is
Around
on
up
the other dock?
Yeah. That's
What's the what? Sorry.
There's something on the other dock.
Uh-huh.
Can
Roll
we
me a
see
perception
what it
check.
is? That is kind of. It's okay. I got this, guys.
don't forget gift of luck.
5.
You see there's something there, but you can't tell like what it is.
Nope. I probably am not any better.
Mm-mm.
I'm too tired.
Garbage. All right. Do we want to check the thing that's closer to us before we try and look what's maybe over there?
I mean,
Yeah.
we can always see if Ember wants to send Hugh.
You have a freaking penguin. It's cold out.
I mean, that is
Fine.
true.
My penguin
Send
has
it
a swim
sliding.
speed, not a fly speed.
Can he slide over like?
He has a
in
waddle
slow
speed.
There's a
motion?
waddle speed,
A
yeah.
waddle speed of 10.
Yeah, well, while he's waddling over there, we can go look at this thing. You have a penguin, use it.
Fine. Let me just see. You know what? Because I feel like it's going to take him a lot longer to get there. I'm going to go about over as close to the edge as I can get. I'm going to dismiss him, and then I'm going to summon him about 30 feet away, closer to that thing.
I mean, it works.
Beautiful.
Like, I can get him to about here.
Oh, look, he can get to a distance. Yay. Also, Pi, please say hi
Hi,
to Gunnar.
behind you.
That looks good.
So
What is it?
What?
You have.
We said hi to
food.
Garm.
Yeah. And then I went to get it and almost knocked all the stuff off my desk.
Oh no!
And then I went, oh no, never mind. Hang on.
Hey, it's a penguin. It's a cute.
so the thing that is confusing me is it won't let me take this big black square off.
What's that? Really?
What do you mean?
Well, like there's the reveal areas where I could actually highlight an area to reveal it to you.
No, you would have to go to the dynamic lighting layer on the layers
Oh,
thing.
is
and
that what the
then-
deal is? Okay. And drag it. So why do they still leave that stupid reveal area thing?
Well, that's for
Is it-
people who aren't using dynamic lighting.
Okay. Got it.
Because there's two systems there. There's dynamic lighting and then there's fog of war. Most people have stopped using fog of war, and this is just a DL,
What?
and you just select the box in the dynamic lighting layer and delete it, and it'll reveal that
Oh,
Got
to
it.
us.
So here is what the penguin sees if you get close enough.
oh,
You probably can't see it on the screen.
oh! I can see it. He gonna waddle a little closer. Oh, so that thing looks like it can hang a bell.
Yeah, it's a little hook.
Hey guys, I found where we're supposed to hang the bell.
Do you think we should all go over there before hanging the bell?
Yes.
I think we should check out what's over here to make sure that there's nothing that'll come and, you know.
Yeah.
Bother us. Yeah.
Yeah, fair enough.
Does it look like there's any like tracks leading up to the door or anything like that, or around the hut?
That is a good question. Let me find that out.
And then flip is just back on my head.
There are some.
Sorry.
The door is actually ajar.
Oh,
But the footprints or the footprints that are in the ground are so old that they're like just the frozen footprint. It's not like fresh footprints in snow or something. It's like the impression of a foot that was made in ice and now has been frozen there for. But it was a boot, but it was, yeah. So it's not like fresh footprints in snow.
Let's check it out. I'll go over and just try to push the door open.
Yep, it opens slowly because it's kind of frozen up, but it's basically it basically will open for you if you step inside
Yeah.
or
let's
you
do it.
look inside. So this is a little small like hovel little like igloo style cabin. It's half stone, half wood, half ice. It's as if part of it was being, like the bottom part of it's made of stone and then they were putting like wood on it to start to build it, and then there's some ice pieces that finish it off. It's got a domed roof and everything inside is covered with like a thick layer of salty rime from the ocean.
All right. We'll give it a quick once over. See if there's anything useful or salvageable from here.
So the bed is draped in a thick wool blanket that
Okay.
has a layer of rime on it, and the little area with the little looks like little doors right here. That's not really doors. That's just where the hearth is, where you could see where firewood was being burned, and there's a little chimney out the top.
Right. They'll just call out. It's safe. There's nobody in here if you want to come in.
Anything useful?
There is a door to the north.
Is that this?
Yeah,
Oh, okay. And then you said
It's-
this was the fireplace?
right.
Yeah, everything in here looks frosted over, but
Mm-hmm.
see what else we got.
So that room is filled with 6 bundles of firewood that's completely dry,
Okay.
but is pretty old.
Look like it still might catch.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
It does.
All right. I'll take one quart of it and pack that away. And then just head back out.
Okay.
Yeah, no sign that anyone's really. I mean, there's some dry firewood in there, might be useful, but really no sign that anybody's been in there for a long time,
All right.
unless someone wants to climb up the chimney or something like that.
I doubt there's anyone
No.
hiding there.
We should probably find a way to get over to that bell.
Carefully.
Yeah.
So the boat, how many people could fit in it at once, would you say, Sam?
Probably 3 people. Maybe 4 if you were all standing.
Not a great idea to stand in a boat.
Mhm.
No.
No. Ember, could Hugh carry the bell over there?
How much does this bell weigh?
Sam, how much does the bell weigh?
Uh,
Sorry.
I don't think
11 pounds.
10 pounds, 1 ounce.
Yeah, no.
I feel
I
like we
just
should.
looked. Hugh has a strength of 2.
Oh,
Well,
Nope.
jack
no.
shit.
heavier than what Hugh can carry.
all right. All right.
I
All
don't,
right.
I don't think
So,
it's a good idea.
We
to
could
have
go
this-
in 2 groups basically, have 3 people go over, 1 person return, grab the other 2 people, and come back.
Can we even move the boat considering there's ice?
I mean, it's on top of the ice right now, and the majority of everything that you see is ice, except for this area right here, which looks to be the only fluid water that you can see.
So you're telling me we could just walk?
Yeah.
Probably,
I think
if you're
I think
careful.
I think like going this way and then that way might be the safest.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
Question: is the boat flat bottom or is it sloped?
No, it has a slight ridge line down the
So it's basically
middle.
lying on its side right now.
Kind
A
of
little
tipped
bit
over,
tilted.
yeah. Hmm.
Okay. So yeah,
Who's the lightest in our group?
probably me.
Probably.
How heavy are you? And this is out of character. I'm not
Rude!
actually.
This is Bitter's rude night, apparently.
Yep.
So rude.
Apparently so.
We're just like, I'm not touching that.
No.
I'm 60 kilograms and I'm wearing 36. So like
Yeah, that
90
doesn't-
total.
That doesn't help,
Yep.
Carter.
What?
Yeah. American.
Well, I
Yeah,
don't
you
know.
gotta tell them the Yankee
Oh,
weight.
I also don't know if the weight that is calculated here, I think that's in pounds already.
I guess the question, why are you asking? You're just trying to figure out who's
Figure out
lightest?
who's lightest.
Who's
Yeah.
lightest to
No.
check the ice first?
Yeah.
It doesn't have to be
Nope.
exact. I'm just asking who's the lightest in this group to maybe lead the way?
You know what?
Because if it cracks under their weight, the 2 probably heavy Earth Genasis probably aren't a good idea.
So 132 pounds plus 35
Okay. Plus 35.
of,
I mean,
of
so
gear. Yeah.
so it's me.
Okay, cool. Hey, Bitter, how about you lead the way?
Uh-huh. All right. And as I do,
Wait, before
I just-
anyone gets on the ice, we should probably tie ourselves together. It'll be easier to pull someone out of the water if the ice breaks.
that's fair.
All right.
Right.
So I'm just gonna say then it has to go in the order of someone with no strength, someone with strength, someone with no strength, someone with strength, someone with no strength.
Yeah, that's fair.
I'm
So-
just saying that right now because a couple of you have noodle arms.
So Bitter,
Rude.
Sig,
No, that's just
Yeah.
honest.
Bitter, Sig,
Bitter.
Ember, Oryx, Addy.
Sure.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Bitter
That
Sig.
works.
Yeah, okay.
Mm-hmm. I will say as I go, if I can I use shape water to just kind of like freeze a little bit more on top of the ones that look kind of not steady?
If you want everybody to slip and fall down, sure, you
then
can do
no.
that.
Yeah, don't do that.
You know,
Because currently there's like snow on top of the ice, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a rime covering, so
Mhm.
Okay. Then I'll just very carefully step.
Sig will follow behind.
With my
Okay.
gear, I'm 130.
if worse comes to worse, I've technically have a swimming speed and I can breathe underwater.
Ah. I mean, if worse comes to worse, I also have fly.
I do too.
Anyways, let's just get moving.
Mm-hmm. Actually.
okay, so you get over to the dock,
Yeah.
and there is a hole with a hook that is hanging out sort of over the water on this side
Okay.
near where this pool is. And so any one of you could easily probably lean over and sort of hang the bell on that if you chose to.
The
I
question
vote
is,
Oryx does that. He
Yeah.
got the bell.
Yeah, I'll take it out and hang it up.
I don't like that we don't have Velen still.
I don't either,
It's fine.
because I don't.
You don't what?
I don't. Question: did I see Valen in
Mhm.
the ice sculptures in my dream that night? Because I don't trust her. I never.
Mm-mm. No.
Okay. Well, at least that makes it obvious that I didn't trust her.
All right.
So is somebody going to ring the bell then?
Oryx.
Yeah, I'll give it a ring.
Okay. So about 15 minutes go by, and then you hear a little bit of splashing, and you see what looks like a couple of dorsal fins come up in the
Oh.
water, and then they sort of lean back, and the heads of a couple of dolphins sort of peer out. They break the surface of the water, and they peer out, and they look over at you, and they open their snouts, and they do that weird dolphin
Licky,
call
licky.
thing. Yeah. Uh-huh. And then they go back under. And about 10 minutes after that, a couple of big, huge narwhal horns poke out, and these narwhals surface. And they sort of look over at you, and they make a couple of weird, like, sounds. That indicates the DM doesn't know what a narwhal actually sounds like.
It's okay.
And and then they go right back under. And after another 20 or 30 minutes, a very large bow of a boat surfaces. And under the bow of the boat is followed by a big, enormous whale face.
Yep.
Wow.
And let me.
Oh wow.
That's cool.
Holy
What the
That's freaking cool.
fuck?
wow.
I love it.
Shout out to whoever did the art for that token because that's amazing.
So
Who's
now
the personnel?
let me show you
I
the
just imagine looking at the whale and going, "You got a little something on the top of you." Never mind.
let me
It looks cute.
get rid of that. So there is the side image. Did it take that away for you?
Mhm.
What? Oh yeah.
So
Same.
this whale
Mhm.
surfaces, and you see that it has a huge ship attached to its back with a bunch of braces and weights. And basically the whale sort of pokes its head up and looks at you and says,
Says.
Says?
Says.
yeah, it says, "Oh, I heard my bell. I was hoping it was Anga."
Who
Who's
is
Anga?
Eka?
"That's my best friend."
Oh,
I'm
sorry.
sorry we aren't Anga.
Bitter, can you make a quick statue thingy of Velen?
Okay.
Doubt Belen is Anga.
I doubt Valenazanga too.
Well, yeah, but
I
I'd
will.
like to see. Look, I don't put it past her having like 7 names, so just do the thingy.
I mean,
Only
that's fair.
7.
I did. What does Anga look like? As I make the picture
Ooh,
of Velen.
that's neat. You can sculpt?
Yeah,
Wow. Can you sculpt me a dolphin?
sure.
How
That's
about a
actually pretty
narwhal?
easy. Yeah. I
Will they
just saw one, so
float?
good. I don't know. I mean, it's ice, so probably.
I like those. Can you sculpt out of other stuff too, like rock and dirt and wood and I don't know of other things I haven't seen. Oh, the bell, it's made of bronze or brass. Yeah, can you sculpt that too?
Unfortunately, nope.
Oh.
Ice is the thing that I sculpt out at best.
Anyway, okay, well, I guess I'll see you all later.
No,
Well,
wait.
Oh,
hold
wait,
on.
wait.
We'd
Please?
like to go for a ride with you.
Oh, where do you want to go?
I'm looking at Sig.
You hear me.
We need to go
Yeah,
to Auril's home.
Oh,
We were
I
to-
know where Solstice is.
We were told you would be able to take us there.
I can. It's very dangerous.
Yes, we're aware.
Mm-hmm.
Do you have a name?
Angajuk.
It's nice to meet you, Angajuk.
You too. What's your name?
Sig.
Sig.
I'm Addie.
Addie.
I'm Oryx.
Oryx.
I'm Ember.
Ember.
Bitter.
Bitter. Okay, hop on.
Is
Let's
that
just-
a bubble? What? How does
D-
that?
Don't ask.
Right now, it's just a boat. It's just the prow of a boat.
Okay, so it
that's
doesn't
up
have
there.
the bubble.
It doesn't do anything until we go in.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, okay.
All right. Okay.
Hop.
We'll hop in.
Let's get on the ship.
Mm-hmm. Delicately land on it.
Okay.
I'm really hoping we don't drown in like 5 seconds.
Yeah,
As you get
too.
onto the boat, all of the like dolphins and narwhals and a bunch of penguins and other fish and whatnot, they all start surfacing and like chitter chattering, and the whale seems to be just having a blast talking to his friends.
I think Flip sees other penguins and just slides down to swim with them.
So the whale starts to go under, and then he goes, "Oh, I forgot. I'm supposed to gain trust first. How do I know I can trust you?
Trust us to do what?
Not hurt me while we're underwater."
It wouldn't be in our interest to hurt you. None of us can swim or hold our breaths very well.
Besides,
hurt
you're friends
you,
with
we're-
penguins.
Hurting
Also-
ourselves.
That would just be a jerk move to do, period.
Yeah, right?
Well, then how are you going to pay me for the trip?
How would you
What
like us to
payments
pay you?
do you like?
I don't know. I can't remember.
Can't.
I'm supposed to ask for something and I don't remember. What do you have that's valuable?
Hmm.
What about the ice
Hmm.
sculptures? I have nothing of interest.
Neither do I. I really don't have much. We've
I
been
have I have a burnt out
traveling
magical
light.
artifact. That's really about it.
I have one thing, but I don't want to give it up. And I know that Ember would be mad if I did.
Wait, should we
Hmm.
give him the bell?
That's kind of
theirs
needed
already.
to call. That's
Fair
kind
enough.
of counterproductive. We either leave the bell there or take it with us, which is something we should probably note.
Well, I was planning on taking them along.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. I have some gold. That's about the only thing of value I have.
Do you need help hunting for food?
No. Well, hop in. We'll figure it out on the way. We've got time.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. Get on the boat.
Onto the boat.
As Angajuk goes down, a bubble forms around the top of the ship part. And that's why this image has it showing as a bubble.
Nice.
When it comes out in the air, the bubble's not there. There's another picture of it I'm going to show you.
Please.
This is both weird and interesting.
And
This is
Mhm.
you
awesome.
see, Bitter is terrified.
Would you consider a blessing from the Morning Lord?
Why?
That is
As
so
payment.
cool.
I don't know why. Did it show it to you?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, it did.
Yep.
It's awesome.
I don't know why it's like giving me a hard time. It faded out on mine and yeah, weird. So that is your whale taking you on with a narwhal next to it taking you on a journey.
Why?
Here's the thing. You travel for all the whole rest of the day
Oh God.
and he doesn't come back up and stop. He just keeps swimming. And as he's swimming through the different areas, he
Oh, no.
he he's almost like a tour guide. So as you're swimming through places, he keeps taking you to like these old shipwrecks, and he says, "This is the wreck of Captain Nimble's ship. He named it the Earthfire, and unfortunately it sank because it actually caught on fire." And he'll like move on and go through, and he shows you an old storm giant castle that has been submerged and is underwater and has these like storm sigils all over it. He
Freaking
shows
awesome.
you this enormous like underground Grand Canyon like set of odd geographical, you know, earthen mounds and whatnot. And he shows you what looks like an ancient city of Atlantis, but giant sized.
Oh.
And he takes you to all these different places. He takes you to, these areas where there's a bunch of mermaids swimming around and different types of fish, and he's narrating the entire thing, right? It's like you took a Star Tour, right? You're like, he's narrating the whole thing. And your journey, as a result, takes 3 days. So you've been on the whale for 3 days. And then
Be able to sleep.
yeah, you can go to sleep on it. Once he shuts up for the day, right? He spends the entire day being the tour guide, and then in the evening he shuts up and you can
But
go
is
to
it
sleep.
comfy when we sleep?
Do we get exhaustion levels
I mean,
shed off?
it's like you're on a boat with waves crashing around you, and with him swimming, he doesn't just like stay still and let you sleep. He's moving around and whatnot. So you can roll me a Constitution save.
God damn it.
Come on, please, Sig. Do better.
Oh my god.
I was trained as a kid to fall asleep as soon as the boat started moving. It's like, the kids that were like, you had to take them out
Oh,
to a
Jesus.
drive around the
Uh-huh.
block to get them to fall asleep. Yeah, it was
Yeah,
me and Bo.
apparently we need rocking to fall asleep.
We're
Because other
still
than
waiting on.
Sig, we got 22s and 23s.
Hey, Addie hasn't rolled yet.
Yeah, I'm saying we're still waiting on the one we really need. Oh my god.
Yes!
Nice. Finally.
Well,
Anybody that had a level of exhaustion heals 1 or recovers from 1 level, but not 2,
Okay.
even though
the
it's been
3 days.
3 days.
Best whale
Okay.
ever.
We just needed a rocking boat, see?
Those rolls, my God, look
like
at
a
those.
cradle.
It's like that primordial feel of being in the womb.
I'm comfy.
I need somebody to roll me a d12, please.
Ooh.
Not
can.
it. I already rolled my max die for the day.
8.
I don't like.
There's a reason I got this mug.
You also have 2 shirts that point out how bad you roll.
Yeah, it's true. Hey, at least I'm not Will Wheaton. Oh god, I invoked his name. Fuck.
Faru.
We're all doomed now.
Well, we already were.
Karu, you have a salt shaker on your desk, right? Like, toss a couple,
Yeah.
little bit over your shoulders.
Okay, so I might need to move you
Oh, do
to a
it.
different map now.
Oh, no.
I told you. Out of curiosity.
I still have the song stuck in my head. I haven't heard that song in years, and goddamn it, why?
I'm going to throw you onto this map where Anjaguk drops you off. I need you to know that the squares on this map are 200-foot squares.
God.
Okay.
I need you to know that only good things, I'm sure, happened on this map.
Mm-hmm.
Look how many boats is.
Now, are we supposed to see the whole map?
I mean, I guess they didn't mask it. I don't really care if you do. I'm going
Okay.
to put you where your people are.
I'm
so
just letting you know that we can
yeah.
see everything.
Oh, look, and they
boy.
didn't size it either. So
Nope.
let's just put one of you on there, and that will indicate where the group is.
Yeah.
That's where Anjaguk drops you off. He says, "Here it is. It's solstice."
Very big. Thank you for the tour. You're
That was
very
amazing.
knowledgeable.
I have this weird acorn that if you unwrap it, it smokes a bunch, so you could use that to like be a beacon if your friends need to find you.
Is that how you're going to call me back?
Well, we've still got the
Still have
bell.
the
Didn't we
bell.
take it with us?
Yes.
Yeah, but I won't hear it unless it's hanging from the hook.
Oh.
So we should probably keep the smoke signal.
Yeah.
Apparently.
But yes, that'll be how we signal you.
Okay, I'll try to keep an eye out. How long do you think you're going to be?
That's a good question.
Yeah, that's a very good question.
Very hard to say.
Considering how much travel it is.
Hopefully only a few days, but
Yeah. Maybe a couple days. 3 to 4 days.
Yeah, 3 to 4 days.
Okay, I'll see if I can make it back in time.
Thank you.
Bye. And he kind of flips one of his front flippers and he
Bye.
goes under. A couple of the dolphins go and then they go under.
we are so doomed.
Oh. Flip. Hey, come on, come back.
I mean, for a one-way trip, that's the best one-way trip I've ever been a part of
I mean, it's
Hey.
a cruise.
so far.
That was very interesting.
I'm gonna
So,
need more notebooks.
the weather here is very bad. Um, for every hour that you are spending here, you have to roll me a Constitution save
Oh, Jesus.
with a DC of 15, but you get advantage if you have cold weather gear. But that's to resist the extreme cold.
Oh,
Sorry.
If you spend a hit die, you actually only regain your con mod in hit points, not the actual die.
Ouch.
And you can
sucks.
only see 200 feet around you, and everything else is obscured by fog, especially out on the edges of the water off of the ice island.
So we can basically see one square
You can
around
see
us.
basically one square around you.
Oh, great.
Good old hex crawl.
Yep.
But you know you're on a little like inlet area, so you
Mhm.
can basically either go directly east or you can sort of go south.
Well, I kind of want to look at Bitter and Sig. Do either of you know where we should be going?
Not. No.
You say that like I've been here before.
You don't feel
Seriously.
anything like direction in which you can hear the song?
Do we? Or is it just
Sig just close her
everywhere?
eyes to listen
Yeah.
a bit.
Bitter also does.
It's basically everywhere, but it does sound like it's coming from the center of the island.
Yeah, it's stronger in the center. and
Yeah.
That's...
Hey, Bitter. I got a
What?
quick question.
Huh.
Can you put Flip into the water and see if he can tell which way, like, center is, or if this
How
is
would
like,
he be able to?
because maybe you can see farther in the water. I don't know.
I mean, I'll do it, but I'll let Flip back into the water. Well, can you see any further than we can?
Like from under the water, or what do you
Yep.
like?
I don't
Can he
know.
see
I don't.
the under portion of the island? Is that what you're asking?
Yeah. Like,
Oh.
how far can he see underneath the island?
So if he goes underwater, he sees that to your east is a much sort of more like an island, and to the west is more watery. But
Okay.
his vision is obscured by just the murkiness of the water here.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Was worth a shot.
Yeah, it's a good call.
So we basically have to go southeast.
Mostly east to start, and then start going south.
Yeah.
All right.
Southeast there.
All those boats that are like around the island, those like just wrecked ships, or what are those?
You have no idea.
We can't
We
see
can't
him.
see that far. We can
Yeah,
see one
we can
square.
Yeah,
always.
you can't. Technically, you can't see those, even though they're on the map.
Okay. Never mind.
So, you want to go for how many hours to the east?
What time of day
We don't know.
is it even possible to tell?
You have no way of knowing at this
Right.
point. It is dark.
Well, from our last time we slept on Angajuk, how long did it take him to get here?
Few hours, it seems like.
Okay.
It might
Okay.
be midday. Might be.
It's closer to not evening.
Yeah. So we have some time to travel. Let's just head east.
Should we try like 4 hours?
Sure.
Yeah. Let's
2?
try
2's a good start.
2 and see how everyone is feeling.
As we're traveling, I'm going to light a torch just so I have a little bit of a heat source.
Okay.
Sounds good.
And light source.
And hope it doesn't get like snuffed out the first 5 seconds.
Yeah, I'm half expecting that to happen.
Shoosh.
Did none of us have a like hooded lantern?
No.
No.
Good.
Yeah, I'm primarily using it for heat more than light.
I don't think a torch is gonna give up too much heat.
It's going
So
to give
you-
out more than
It's
none.
open flame. It's open flame, but
You start traveling, and you're traveling.
Oh yeah, who's our icon? Addie?
Yeah, I'll just
Sure.
make it Addie.
Okay.
There we go.
Oh god, I got deleted.
And there's a pretty good wind on the island, so snow is blowing all around you. That's part of the reason why you can only see 200 feet or so, because the snow whips up and turns into like a whirlwind and then gets blown away. And through the blowing snow, visible to you now about 100 feet away, is a grand assembly of ice sculptures
Boy.
across a snowy field. Directly in front of you. So you
I
can
do not like.
avoid them or you can go through them.
I would
How
like to.
how this is what 1 hour of traveling?
Yeah, roughly. It's really slow going for you right now. Really slow going.
Does that mean we already have a first check? You said it was every hour of travel.
Oh, that's right. It is every hour. So a DC 15 con save.
I hate this.
Do Bitter or I have to roll?
Is Winter's chat?
No,
Ah,
you don't.
Okay.
yay!
And you said that it's with advantage if we have cold weather gear?
With advantage if you have cold weather gear and no levels of exhaustion.
Nice.
Well, I don't technically have disadvantage yet, but
Less nice. Wait. No, never
No,
mind.
you had advantage, so
Nice.
nice.
No, I thought Karu had
no.
not a
Yeah,
16.
no, I got 16, so I'm just over.
I was like, oh god, she's fucked.
Okay. Okay. You're not slowing us down further. Ice statues.
So
Okay.
yeah, do you want to go through the ice statue garden or do you want to
So they look
avoid
people-sized,
it?
right?
They are various different sizes. You'll have to get
I-
closer to see what they
I
are.
think we have to at
I
least
kind of want to take a
examine.
look.
Yeah, at least examine one to make sure this isn't a trap and that we're all going to doom ourselves.
Getting close to the
I
ice
have
statues.
one idea of what this could be, and I don't like it.
I
I kind of
I
do too.
suspect.
This kind of reminds me of Bitter's Dream.
I'm thinking of something entirely different.
No, Car, my dream wasn't like that.
So what are you
Go
I guess
towards
we're-
like the closest one to
Yeah.
us to just examine it.
Basically approaching the outer
Rim.
ones.
roll me a d8?
Oh no.
Show you roll this one.
Okay.
Ooh.
It is a statue of an elk. It is perfectly sized. It's as if it was conjured from a perfect mold. It's the exact right size. It's the exact right shape. The closer that whoever goes to it to inspect it, it's got so many details. It's almost unbelievable that it's just an ice sculpture. There's no possible way that a mortal made this sculpture.
I'm definitely taking a look at that.
Don't touch it.
Yeah, if Oral made these, I'm less inclined to destroy them or something.
Let's not destroy any of these.
Or even touch them if we can avoid it.
Let's skirt around these and not go
Yeah,
through it.
maybe
They're
maybe
not. They're
go-
not all the same shape. Some of them are different.
Yeah, but let's go
Oh.
south around them,
Mhm.
and we can like
We're
look
not
at them as
tromping
we
through
go
it.
by.
Yeah, we can check some of the other ones on the edges we go, but we're not going through the entire group of them.
Okay.
Basically, skirt around the outside.
So
As we're-
you see bears, elks, saber-tooth tigers,
Fuck.
wolves, yeti,
Shit.
dragons,
Hey,
and
guys.
multi-legged creatures.
Guys, we do not get anywhere near those. These were from my last stream. Or at least that's what they were. Shit. If you see anybody who looks like they're faceless or anything like that, who's making magic-y motions towards them to animate them, no, don't let them.
Do I see? Can I make out any statue that looks like what was her name? Bjornhild?
Me, dearest.
Yeah, just because I'm recalling what happened to her at the end of that fight.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking about.
From where you are, you do not see one that specifically looks like her. If you want to investigate all of them, it's going to take some time.
But
Ugh.
these
No.
all look like creatures, not humanoids, right? So far.
Correct.
So I don't like. Do we see any humanoids from our as we walk around them? No, it's just
Not
like-
as far as you can see.
So this
Well,
at least
let's
this
just
group is
keep
just
walking.
Yeah.
yeah. You said it was south, so we'll skirt around southwards.
This is terrifying me right now, and I do not want to be anywhere near this because this is way too much like my dream, and they might not actually be elks and bears and other things. They might have once been people.
There's not much we
I'm
can do about that.
I'm also noting some of the symbolism there: elk, bear, tiger, and wolf.
Yeah, Oryx, how are you doing? Because the other day you were getting pretty cold, and
Sam, any change over the last 3 days or so?
Oh,
It's still the same, but no worse for wear, seemingly.
so as you're skirting around these sculptures, you get closer to this area down here, and it comes into view, and you see a 10-foot tall wall of ice that has been broken in some places. And when you look into the middle of it, you see, or through the wall into the middle of this area here, you see dozens of sculptures of different types of things. If you want to know what they are, you have to get closer.
Do they look smaller or bigger than the ones we just left behind?
Yes.
You asked it.
Yeah.
I feel like I don't want to go.
No, let's
Beyond
not
that.
go over this wall.
I mean,
Let's
You don't
wait.
have to go over it. You can look through it. It's broken in different places.
yeah, you said that it was broken. Is it broken out or broken in?
No, I mean just it's like as if there was a wall around a sort of oval-shaped area, but there's gaps in the wall.
Yeah,
So it
but are
looks
the
like-
gaps made from something escaping, something entering, or just they were never
Oh, they're
there?
just gaps.
so it's like teeth.
So it's more like
Sort of,
ruins,
yeah.
kind of like broken down where it's just over
So-
time. Or
Yeah.
whatever.
So we
So-
don't have to go in to get a good look at them?
You can study them from a gap in the wall if you want to. If you just want to see general shape.
Yeah. I don't want details. I just want to see general shape.
Okay.
Yeah, are there humanoids in this one?
Yeah, so a lot of them look like carved ice sculptures of like humans with hats on, and some of them have hooks for hands and Jolly Roger flags on their outfits.
Pirates.
Some of them have different cloaks on and robes that have different symbols of different deities. Several of them have the symbol of Auril on them. And a couple of them look like big ice trolls, like the two that you killed.
Oh.
Let's keep moving.
Yeah.
Towards the center still.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Does the singing still sound like it's coming from that way? Oh, Oral
Oh,
people.
yes.
Mhm.
So
Hmm.
give me another con save. This has been an hour now.
Oh no!
Oh, thank fuck. Oh God, you're
Ca-
fucked.
Car. You already have advantage.
Kari
Damn it.
got an 8.
Uh-oh. Sam just smiled. That's not good.
I'm laughing at the ridiculousness of ever passing any fucking check if you've got a level of exhaustion.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I
Yep,
didn't have
that's-
disadvantage. I don't have disadvantage on those yet.